the smoke damage, the water damage, wiped out what I would like to call the offices, which is the brain of Patti's. All the computers, telephone systems, the security systems, anything that does with intellectual property was burned up. There's nothing left. Then you go down to the kitchen, which I call the heart of the company. It's a mess. They dumped, Robbie said, 1 million gallons of water over 3 hours on all the equipment and into that part of the building.
Thank you for following us on our social media. We told you we were going to keep you updated, and today we're going to make a big announcement. We've met with our contractors, and it has been decided that we are going to have to take the building down. As hard as it is to hear this, we do know that it's something that we've got to do. We're excited about where we're going from here, and we want you to stay tuned as we take you inside and let you see where we're at. To see that this is so open when it was.
You would have never believed that it looked like this.
No, you wouldn't.
If you'd walked through here with all the equipment in it and everything.
I mean, look right here. I mean, this used to be a tight fit as we came through here by the dishwashing system.
Yeah, after all the equipment has been removed, it opens this place up so much to where you can see it, and all that's left is the stainless steel that was adhered to the walls.
Right. And now is this going to be probably one of the first things we're going to try to?
This will be the first area. We will start from the area between Bill's and the kitchen to start the demolition process, taking it across the kitchen area, the offices area, right into the original Patti's dining room areas. We had to put together a team of structural engineers, an architect, some estimators, some HVAC designers, electrical designers to evaluate what we had, both what was damaged and what was in place. And
right.
the damage at first glance didn't appear as bad as you might think,
right.
But when you start peeling off the layers and looking into,
and there's a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers. I mean, it's 40-something
right.
years of being added onto.
Right. When we try to explain to people how much work is going to have to go into it, you know, we're probably looking. What do you think? Fall, you know,
I
later
think
in the year.
Aggressively this fall, but it's going to be our intent. And we've got a great project team on this. I'll put our team up against anyone, anywhere. If it takes 2 shifts, if it takes long hours, we're going to do our best to get Patti's up and going.
Awesome.
And in particular, we're working on some phasing, perhaps to get the kitchen going and getting bills going on the front end so that you can start serving your customers sooner. And honestly, help keep your employees employed.
Right. You know, look at this, Darren. I mean, this is the original. This right here, this is Patti's when it was the old motel. It was Newcomb's Motel is what it was. Newcomb's Motel. It was old fishing camp.
Old fishing camp, wow. And this is the original construction, and this is kind of the central core. Mm-hmm. Everything else has been built on around it in pieces over the years. The
old history of Patti's is, I mean, we're in it right here. This is probably the center part of it. And I think this is what's so hard for all of us, that knowing that this will be coming down, but
we've got to bring the character back.
Yeah.
And I really feel like, as Dennis said when he was talking to you earlier, bring back the charm of Patti's.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got to do.
Yep, it's going to look great. Darren, if you come into here, this is what they had. This is the Rose Room, and this was people's favorite room. They love to watch the lights outside the windows there when they had the stained glass windows. And as you can see, this wall right here, this is the back side of the original motel.
Yes.
It's a neat.
Old clapboard siding.
It is, and they have taken, you can see we're missing some of these pieces here, but Rita and the team there, they wanted to have some of that for history, and they're going to repurpose that and use that in some different things, and it's exciting just to be able to still keep some of the history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here, this is yesterday's. You know, this is one of our most popular, of course, because we're right next to the hostess podium, but lots of people come through here and pick up our fudge counter, our breads, our strawberry butter, and you know, it's tough to see, there's nothing in here, but I guess there was so much damage.
Yeah, there was so much damage. As you can see, Surf Pro's already been through here, done a great job of removing all the cedar planking off the walls and everything. Now we can see everything that's underneath. But there was just so much smoke damage on that cedar, and it had just soaked it in like a sponge.
Yeah,
There's just
I
no
can
way
imagine.
to be able to salvage that.
Right. This is entrance right here. I can't imagine how many people have walked through these doors, and these doors are so iconic. And I guess these, hopefully we'll be able to reuse these at some point.
Absolutely, we're planning on removing these, bring back some of that character.
That is awesome. That's what I've had a lot of people ask me on Facebook about the doors, where you have the old doors of the entrance. And
That's of a huge importance to us in what we're doing. One of the things, Pinnacle, we've been working with some architects to help try to get the redesign going. Some of what we're trying to bring back is that feel, that character and that iconic feel of Patti's, and the cedar wood siding. We can bring all that back into the new construction. The brick floors, we're recycling some of the brick. One of the big things is that big awning. The awning that was on the original hotel is just an iconic figure in there. Bring that character back to Patti's.
And we'll be talking a lot more. We're going to keep everybody on board with what's happening with the phases as we go in, and maybe Dennis will let me wear a hard hat one day, and I'll get in there, and we'll get Dan and maybe Anita and Chip, all of us. Maybe we'll do a little work.
We'd be honored to participate in those episodes of Ann and Dan somewhere along the way.
Yeah, Ann and Dennis. How about that?
Ann and Dennis. That'd be good.
There we go.
That'd be
Sorry,
great.
Dan, we're not taking you out there.
I couldn't take Dan's place for
No,
anything.
you couldn't do
No.
that. But I do appreciate you talking with me, and we will get back together, and we'll let you know if you watch our social media, and we'll keep you updated on the next phase. This one was a big one. We are going to have to take the building down, like we said, but we're going to build it back. This is better, and it's going to look the same with the same integrity.
It will, and the character will be there. We're working with a great team of designers that's going to do everything they can to put this building back as good or better than what it was when the fire occurred.
Well, you heard it from him, and he knows most about it. We appreciate it. Y'all stay tuned.
Thank you.